Hey everybody, it's Stacia Kennedy and I'm your affiliate marketing influencer. And we are on today's podcast of the affiliate marketing influencer with Stacia Kennedy. If you're new here, my name is Stacia Kennedy. I am the hostess with the mostest, or hostess. And today I'm so excited because I have another Asian American woman who's amazing. And I don't think a lot of people know this month, depending on when you're listening to this audio or watching this live stream or recording later, it's Asian Pacific Islander month, and I want to highlight us Asians here. We have a awesome guest today. We have Kim Dang, and she is amazing. I've been seeing her come up for a long time here, and she's so smart. She actually creates these awesome, cool, like Chrome extensions and actually teaches other people how to do it and make money from them, free and paid. And we're going to talk about all this stuff that she's been doing and how she make it all happen. Welcome to the show, Kim.
Sure. Thanks, Stacia. I've been I'm pretty excited to share with your people my story because, got to represent the Asian women community because I don't see a lot of them out there.
Right?
To be honest, a few of them. Maybe I'm hanging out in the wrong crowd. Who knows? But
together.
Yes. But thanks for the warm welcome. Okay, so wait, I kind of spaced out a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for sharing it out, guys.
Any questions?
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for sharing it out. And if you're watching here live, again, share this out to everybody you know because you're going to want to watch this. But Kim, let's just get started here. How did you get started with? I know you do a lot of live streams. You're an influencer, and what made you start going live? Were you already doing Chrome extensions and then started to document your life? How did it all get started?
Oh, okay. I see it's live, but it says something went wrong, having trouble. So I think maybe my screen is having trouble playing the live. I don't know. But how did I get started? I got started around 6-ish months ago. And that was when I took it seriously. And I actually looked at my Instagram stories. I did like little tiny stories, how you can like store it in the little circles. And today I actually went back and I was curious. I clicked on like ChromeBoss, Masterclass, and all these things. And it's me recording myself on my pillow going, hey guys, I just launched to 25 people. I have 25 people. And then another one where it was like, hey guys, I grew my group to 135 people. That's not a lot, but it's still something. And then I'm just like documenting my journey. I'm like, wow, how far have I come from that? But the reason why I got into all the Chrome, so what I do is I help people make monthly reoccurring through simple softwares like Chrome extensions, specifically Chrome extensions. And my journey started 6-ish months ago when I realized, wow, even when I have a physical business, for 5 years I did e-commerce. I still do e-commerce, and that's what enabled me to be free. But I saw that with the changing rules, especially with the legalization of certain industries, all of a sudden the physical businesses around my area were competing against these multi-million-dollar companies that would swoop in and kind of like pay 5 times as much rent as everyone else and kick people out. So my landlords, they're kind of, they like money. So they started evicting people. And I was like, what? All these people are so loyal to you. They've been here, and they start getting evicted. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not safe. And I started interviewing people because I'm like, okay, they say to build an audience. So what I can do is interview people. I started interviewing 6 to 7 figure digital marketers, and I still do that today. And throughout that process of talking to people like Spencer Meekum, Marcus Campbell, all these people who earned quite a bit online already, they're like, Kim, I have a Chrome extension. And like James Hurst was like, Kim, I have a Chrome extension. All these people have Chrome extensions. So I was like, what is up with this Chrome extension stuff? How come they're all talking about it? So I did the usual thing someone would do. I went and Googled it. I just typed Chrome extension. And I realized that I've had Chrome extensions for a while. I've been using them for a while. Like Honey is a Chrome extension and LastPass is a Chrome extension.
That's actually one of my favorite ones that I've been using like many years back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've only started been using them like less than a year, I would say, because I had to hire people and I wanted them to give them the password and everything.
And I can probably find a video that I did showing how that worked, because you could get coupons for GoDaddy or anything. It's really cool. So anyways,
with LastPass or with Honey?
With Honey, I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah, Honey. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, how hard can this be to make my own? I went and I posted a job, and it was it cost me $380 from one of my Chrome extensions. And to date, it has made me almost 30,000 by now. And
wow.
I got really shocked that within a week of me launching it I thought I launched it to 100 people. In my head, I thought that's what I launched it to, but I really launched it to 25 people. 25 people. And within a week and a half, it was making me 1,500 monthly reoccurring. Mm-hmm. And I was so shocked that I'm like, wow, I don't know what the heck this is, but the world needs to know this shit. So I created a Facebook group immediately saying, guys, this is insane. I want to teach it, but I don't have anything. There's nothing created, but you can get into my course for like $7. And people started buying at $7. They're like, what the hell, Kim? $7, of course. So they went in, and I started having like a group of people where I would make a Chrome extension, launch it, experiment here and there, and form the foundation that what they would need as what I would need throughout the way, before launching, after launching, all these things, and forming that. Because, while I'm doing it, might as well form something, like create a course to teach other people so that they could see they can do it too. And fast forward 6 months later, I have now 6 Chrome extensions on the market and 2 classes. And if it wasn't for my Chrome extension that I launched just blindly, just like whatever, I wouldn't have met and befriended people like Marcus Campbell, who's been an affiliate marketing dude for 19 years. I wouldn't have met and befriended Spencer Meekum and Rachel S. Lee. She just released a YouTube video today about our interview. And actually, I know Rachel before that, so that's not right. But a lot of other people are in my world just because of simply Chrome extensions.
Yeah.
And so
she's actually, supported you as well and joined you. You're mentoring her now, creating her own thing too, her own Chrome extension.
Yeah, she just joined my class last week. So
it's all about this, supporting the community. So like, even though you've known her years ago, like we worked together too. And now she's, we're all like helping each other with our knowledge. So it's not about the, how. So I hear that you didn't, block yourself from the how, it was the who. So you hired someone in the beginning?
Yes, I hire everyone. I don't know how to code. And that's what I teach. I'm like, you get into this not knowing like a lot of technical stuff. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need to have an audience, because look at me. I launched to 25 people. So I'm like, you don't really need an audience. You can do it.
Awesome. And so did you have the idea? How did you come up with your first thing?
Okay. I use a version of one of my software does, the biggest one, is called Group Convert. It will pull how you can ask 3 questions when you enter a group. It'll pull that information and it'll automatically send that to your email autoresponder through Zapier. So with one click, once you click approve all, that whole thing can happen without you doing other clicks. With my competitor, when I was doing that, because he had the same idea, and he did it first. No, not first. There's other people who also did it, but he actually marketed it and actually have sales. I realized I was using that software and it was giving me a lot of issues. And then I made a not YouTube video, a Facebook Live video telling my group members, and at that time it was like a couple hundred people. I'm like, guys, this is a cool software, but it's hard to use. It's not intuitive. You have to do 7 clicks. It doesn't, it says 1 click, but that's not the truth. So I just did a tutorial where it was like 7 clicks and then you need to do this and that. And I'm like, this is how you shortcut to use the program right. After that, I sat back and I thought, wait a minute, I can make this better. And then I actually looked at the history of that software and where they took it. And it looked like they didn't take it anywhere. They didn't even automate it. They had someone on the back end add people manually if someone were to purchase. And I'm like, how hard is it to automate all of this? So that if someone buys, there's not some person on the computer adding people one by one. It's an automatic process. So I went back and forth with my developer, and he's like, oh yeah, I can do this. And I'm like, okay, can you do it? And he's like, yes. And then, so he just did the whole thing from scratch, made it so that it eliminates all the 7 clicks to 1, and then made it so that when someone buys from the front end, it's an automatic addition of their account on the back end. No waiting, just immediate use. And so after that happened, then I launched it to like 25 people to see if like people like it or not, or to see if it breaks or not. But it was because I looked at a frustrated community of users that I decided to enter into it. Here's the reason why. Number 1, you don't have to spend a lot of time educating. They already know. Number 2, they're already frustrated from being in that red ocean, so it's easy to pull them into your blue ocean or like, your market. And then number 3, like, yeah, there's no number 3, just 1 to 2. They're already frustrated enough, they will jump over to you. And I have a lot of people now jumping over to use Group Convert because they're like, oh yeah, this software broke and this software broke. And I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, but you are welcome over here. So
I was thinking like, well, what if someone doesn't have an idea? Is that something that you help with in your courses?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, because there's things like keywords that are being searched thousands of times a month, maybe millions. So if you type in if you go to a Google keyword tool and type in a phrase like convert word to PDF or something, I guarantee you'll see like 12 million searches for that phrase alone. And so if you create some kind of tool that helps with that, some people will go and try to find the free way, but a lot of people are willing to just pay for convenience and just have it done and quick. And if you put that tool on a very simple site that's like, here's the tool, here you go, download it, you'll get it done. Bam, it costs you like $25 to do it. They'll pay for it. So I actually did an experiment with one of my tools. With Marcus Campbell, he's like, Kim, do you know that post to Instagram from PC, that phrase is searched for like 6,000 times a month? And I'm like, no, I did not know that. And then he's like, yeah. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to create it. It took me $50 to create that. And I know that there's 6,000 searches for that really, really long specific keyword phrase. If I put that on any kind of site and rank it in any kind of way, I know people will go and use it because they need to run to their phone to post like their posts to Instagram. And nowadays when posts are really, really long, now, for some influencers that have these really long inspirational posts, you don't need to do this on your phone. You can just type it, relax, or have your team go and post it to your account from their computer if they don't have phones or stuff like that. But so when you come into the class, if you have no idea what the heck you're doing, we know so many ideas that you could do, and the ideas are simple. They won't cost you a fortune to make, and there's people searching for it all the time. So I hope that answers your question.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You need an idea? No, you don't.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, I have a problem that I've been like working on, but I won't say. I'll tell you later. But what my other question is, like, what if it's something, do people actually make, like, there's a lot of free Chrome extensions that I see out there. Do people actually make money from the free ones, or what is the strategy? Are they just trying to get more like subscribers technically, or what is
Yeah.
the strategy?
So the exciting thing about Chrome extensions is no matter how you slice it, you don't lose. You could give it away for free and you gain a lot of people coming into your list so you can sell on the back end. Or you give it away for free and people are clicking on it all the time and you earn affiliate commissions every single time they click on it. That is why Honey, they give it to you for free. Every time you use it, of their 10 million users, you guys are all using their affiliate links. So think about that. Think about having 10 million people using your affiliate links. You're going to have a multi-million-dollar business and you're giving it away for free. And when I looked at the basis of Honey and how expensive it is for them to create that software, probably like cost them $300 or $400. So it's very mind-boggling how something that doesn't cost a lot to make and you can give it away for free have the potential to create and build a multi-million-dollar company. Like what is out there that does that, you know? Not a lot. That's how I feel.
Someone thinks they know what I'm thinking about my software.
What software? Oh, also my class, if you enter it into it, I give you a Chrome extension right away. Yeah, it's a Chrome extension that right now Rachel is experimenting with and using, but it's basically your own Chrome extension. You can customize, it's a little box, it sits on the screen and you can open it and close it, but when your users open it, because they download it, it's going to be your icon, a little search bar, and that search bar searches your whatever YouTube channel, Instagram, whatever it does, it searches your thing. And then there's links underneath that's customizable to you. You can add or subtract links. And then there's a little icon next to the link. So I compare it to a digital business card. So before you compete against the millions on Google, you're competing against 3 or 4 other people on the bar. People open up the Chrome browser and then they'll see like that thing sitting up there all the time. That's your competition. And then there's Google, right? So if you can be there before they like start looking at Google or whatever, then your ability to become top of mind is really just instant. It's like right there. So that's what I offer. If you enter my class, you get that Chrome extension right away. You can give your people, all they need is a link. That's it. They click on that link, they add to Chrome, then they put in your name, and then now they can't log out. I make sure that every time they click on that, it's like something of yours, and every single link and every single thing, when you update it on your dashboard, it updates in real time to every single person who has it.
So they get notified, like say if I have a new YouTube channel or a YouTube video or something.
Someone told me, hey, you should build in a notification thing.
Yeah.
So my developer is actually finishing that up today or tomorrow. So if there's any changes in the links or the pictures or whatever, there's going to be a little tiny +1 or +2 or +3 little tiny bell. So it's a picture of a bell and the number 1 or 2.
Perfect. That's what I was thinking. Awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. It's like Rachel says she already made money back from the course by being an affiliate. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Rachel, some people signed up through Rachel. No, for sure. Rachel's on? That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Rachel.
Awesome. What else should people know when they want to get started or, with a Chrome extension of their own? This is so cool. Like you literally it sounds like it's set it, forget it. So you don't have to like have people like in the background, like maintaining it or anything like that.
Yeah, because I like having an adventurous life. If you look at my Facebook, I'm like rock climbing. I'm going White River rafting. Like in a couple weeks, I'm going to hike Mount Whitney, which is a 22-mile hike. through snow, camping in snow, and 99 switchbacks, which are like, a switchback is when you turn, you know, in a mountain, you have to kind of go like this. You can't go like this. So there's like 99 switchbacks, and it's a super intense hike. And that's what I'm going on, and I'm preparing myself for that. But the reason why I created the ability to make monthly reoccurring from these little tiny Chrome extensions is because you can step away. You can set it up so that you have a help bot. So the bot will talk to the customer, the bot will onboard the customer. And of the over 6,000 users across all my Chrome extensions right now, the overhead cost last month was $2.11 for my Amazon AWS database storage. And my VA only works around an hour-ish a week, catering to all these users, because people, they just use it. They don't ask a lot of questions, or like there's not a lot of issues. And when there are issues, I would just build it into the bot so that they know, okay, you do this, all right, it has to be this. So yeah, it is a type of business that you can have it be there, but not like completely forget. You can't just completely forget about it. You build in the system so that your customer service is very minimal, and your overhead cost itself is very, very minimal because of the way technology is for you now.
Well, in technology, it's always updating. So yeah, I think any business, you need to have a little bit of hands-on to make sure everything's working smoothly and there's no hiccups, I guess. Awesome. Yes, I love the freedom lifestyle. And this is one way. Like, there's multiple ways, guys. I'm always telling you guys, there's multiple ways to make money online. And before this, you were doing e-commerce. What were you doing way before that?
Just getting out of school and working. Actually, I worked for 1 year, and the first week that I started working full time, it like traumatized me, because, you know, from not working full time, you're just working part time here and there, going to school, and then you're like out of school and you're like, okay, I need to get a job, and then you get a full time job. The first week that I had to show up every single day, and then I felt like I was tired one day, and then I still had to go to work, and I was all groggy at work, like, oh my God, I should have gotten more sleep. And then I saw myself drinking more coffee, and I'm like, wow, is this the rest of my life? Like, I was thinking that. I saw my whole life flash before my eyes, like, I'm tired, but I still have to show up. I'm like, I just don't feel like it, and I have to show up. I need to go to the doctor, and you know, I had to ask for permission. I need to go. I want to go on vacation, and it's only 2 weeks, or things burn down, you know, because they have to find a replacement for you or something like that. And in my head, I'm like, wow, there has to be a different way. This cannot be it. So a week after I started, I just searched like how to make money online. And that led me to a PDF, 5-page PDF that says how to dropship online. So I was like, okay, how to dropship? All right, this sounds good. You don't need your inventory. You don't need this. I'm going to do it. And so I did it, but my margins were so little that whenever there's a return, it hurt me. I'm like, oh my God, return. Because the return means return shipping. And then, you know, then your margin is shot, and then you're in the hole for a little bit. So that didn't work out, but through that exposure, I saw that I could sell stuff online that's mine. I could buy stuff and have my own inventory. So I did something that's kind of weird. Not a lot of, I think, females do this, but I went and I researched. I looked into eBay Motors, because there was a lot of car parts that are being sold. And I'm like, what about car parts? Because I was thinking about it. I went to my friend had like a broken down car, and he sold it to a junkyard for like $300 just to get rid of it, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. All these cars that are freaking wrecked are being sold to junkyards all over the place, and auction sites all over the place, right? Like for cheap. So I'm saying, oh, what's that worth if we take that apart, the car apart? And I saw that you can buy a car for like $800. And when it parts out, if you add all the part, it goes up to $10,000 to $15,000 in parts alone. So I'm like, that's margin is better than my drop shipping margin, which is like $2, for an LED lamp. So I saved up all my money for a year, and I looked into all the rules, and I saw that it was a big thick packet of rules, but that didn't deter me. That gave me hope. That made me feel like there's so much barrier to entry here that in order for someone to get into this business and do it on a mass scale, they need to do all this stuff. So I'm like, can I do all this stuff? I looked at all the paperwork, and I'm like, yeah, I can. This is doable. This isn't like you are jumping through like a million hoops. This is jumping through 5 hoops that people wouldn't normally jump through. So I did that. And in the first year, it was complete loss. Like I didn't make any money. The second year, I didn't make any money. And then the third year, I started making money. And then the fourth year, I made more money. And then at the 5th year mark was when I looked into this digital. So I've actually had my business for 5 years, and I'm still alive. It hasn't burned down. And so cute.
Sorry.
And I've automated it to the point where I can step away, and my staff runs everything. I have virtual staff as well as physical staff over there, and it's just on autopilot. Things get sold on Amazon, on Shopify, on eBay, and it gets shipped every single day. The only time I have issues is like if a new computer that we introduce to the warehouse can't connect to the printer, and then they don't know what to do. So I'm like, oh, okay. I just remotely go in and then fix that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's how you be resourceful, guys. Like right there, like everything that Cam had just said. Like, do you want to share a little bit about that? Like being resourceful. It seems like you got that down. You definitely like figured out like nothing.
Oh yeah, of course. I can go into that. Everything that you do, if you can record it, if you feel like you're going to do it again, record it and then put it into a folder on Dropbox or wherever, on YouTube, unlisted video. Put it there with like just the simplest instructions, knowing one day you're going to step away. Because even if you're not stepping away like full time, like you are going to be the boss of someone and you're going to be kind of like managing them, you're going to need that. And if you are stepping away to a virtual assistant, you're going to need that. Like in my head, whenever I make something work, I'm never thinking that I'm going to be sitting there and doing that for the rest of my life. I'm always thinking I'm doing this task now, but I'm going to step away one day. And that when that day comes, I'm going to have everything there, all the folders there, everything's there. So even if you can't afford it right now, you can afford to record a screen, and you can afford to type in like step 1, you do this, step 2, you do that. And that's it. Very simple. And so, yeah, that's the advice I would give to people, because I think this is what it does. It eliminates overwhelm. You don't have, when you're building that system, even if you don't have anyone using it, you're going to feel so much better about what's going on, because your mind won't be consumed with, oh, I gotta get up and do this, or oh, I gotta like repeat this step over and over again. It's kind of like release some of your stress. For you want to have your stress level like constantly like going down, because when you start something, the stress level is kind of high because you're doing everything. But if you put that system in place, it'll go slowly down, and your cash will slowly go up, hopefully slowly go up. And then when it goes up enough, you're like, all right, time to make that switch, hire. And then when you hire, you have all the systems in place for that person to follow. You just send them there, like, go over there, start learning all this. That's what I'm hiring you for. And it's going to be amazing how less stressed that you will be, because that's been there this whole time. So yeah, that's why I highly recommend you can record a screen for free.
Yeah, I love it. I love being able to create systems in place, because then you're freeing up your time to go and focus on, the creation and things that you're really good at, and have someone else do that for, $5, $6 an hour or whatever. But that's that's what businesses do. Successful ones anyways, create systems in place. Love it. Love it. And the fact that, again, you always, it seems like there's a trend here that I'm seeing, guys, and that's why I love doing interviews, is seeing the trends. And the trends is literally not, not asking how to get it done, but who. It's not about the how, it's actually about who, and who you can hire and leverage that person. That's why you pay them, right? Awesome.
And so your mindset becomes from just a random person doing work to you are now a boss. You are now responsible for someone's paycheck or livelihood. And it really psychologically changes you, is what I think.
It does. I know I ask my VAs at the beginning of the year, like, what is your goal? Like, how can we help each other, like, achieve those goals? And I want to help you get your goal, and then we all win. And then we all become ChromeBosses. I love that name of your class. I love it. Hashtag ChromeBoss. If you guys want to know more about Kim's program, hashtag ChromeBoss, and we'll send over the information. Do you have any other last words for the audience? Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, no problem. Well, two things. One is that you talk about trends. So I want to share the trend that I see out there. I see this trend. I see people trying things because our world is becoming more like quick wins, right? Like kind of like ADD style attention combined with quick wins, combined with drama and stuff like that. So I see people trying something, and if it doesn't work, if it doesn't work, they just kind of quit, or they just don't pursue it. And what I see is that the people who get it, or the people who actually pursue it, they're running at the speed of a hare, like 3 times the speed of a hare. And the people who are just trying things out, and their mentality going into it, they're walking as slow as a tortoise, thinking that they'll get the results of someone running as fast as like 3 times a hare. But so the advice I would say to anyone is talk to a lot of people, even if you're an introvert, because when you talk to people, like what Stacia is doing, she's talking to me and she's talking to other people, that's when something really changes and clicks in your mind, because that's when, without your own experience, you realize you have to run as fast as 3 times the speed of that hare, like to actually just succeed at a very basic level. And when someone's like, oh yeah, I tried ClickFunnels, oh I tried this and it doesn't work for me, in my head I'm like, no, like, you think that's trying, you have no idea what trying is. Like, in my head I'm like, you have no idea what trying really, really entails, like. And then talking to people, it hit me hard, because I'm like, oh man, that's what I had to do. That's when I stayed up 14 hours to do one funnel. That's when I like bust my ass off to live the life, that I want to live. I work really, really hard, but I can wake up whenever I want. Today my schedule is your interview and one other interview, and that's the entire day. And that's all a wire transfer today for $12,000 for a project that I did. So, I wake up, I see the $12,000 wire transfer. I'm like, cool. And then, and I wake up and I just relax, because I know what it takes to work, to get the baseline success level. And I don't think anything can happen to push you that hard. Like, there's a philosopher, he said, adults don't change just because. They change if they're traumatized, like something traumatic happened in their world. But kids, with their kid-set mind, they want to improve and they want to change if they look at something. If they look at a Lamborghini, that's why Tai Lopez does so well. Like, he has all these Lamborghinis and models. His audience is very young. Their mind is still ready to change. But if you're trying to convince adults to change their life, they need to feel trauma first. And instead of experience trauma directly, like someone dying in your family, like your car crash or your job, you got fired, so now you need to pay the mortgage, like those type of trauma that's real and can hurt you, talking to people will let you experience those traumas in a, I think, like vicarious way, because you will see people tell you how much they hurt, what in pain they did, and then all the effort they put in to get to the success level that they are at today. And so it'll make you take a step back and mentally just think about all the times you tried something and it didn't work. It's most likely because you didn't really try to the level that you need to have. Because I've talked to a lot of people, when they try, everything works. Shopify works, Amazon FBA works, everything works if you try, but not everyone tries.
But everyone doesn't know that it might have taken them 10 years, or they put in the time, it wasn't like it was overnight. They put in the time.
Yeah. And they could try really hard in one direction and it's the wrong direction to go. So the second thing I want to say is pay for the shortcuts, pay for the mentors, pay, because it really matters. I used to be a person who's like, I can Google everything. I'll just YouTube everything. But it wasn't until I paid for a business coach that things actually changed for me. Because you could walk forever in the wrong direction and, spend years hustling, right? And get nowhere thinking you've been hustling in the right place. But no, it's like, you've been walking north when you should have walked west, And so, And so
invest in yourself. Yeah. You could definitely Google it, but it might take you those 10 years when you could get it done in 6 months.
Yeah. And one last thing though. I have a challenge going on for those of you who don't want to fully invest in my course or something. My course is $9.97 right now, and it's a steal. But if you want a little taste of the action, I do have a ChromeBoss challenge going on. It's a 30-day challenge. It starts Monday, so it's starting real soon. And it is $97. It's not like completely free challenge, but you get your own extension, which is the one Rachel likes and is talking about, and Doug Botten got it and he loves it. That you get that extension, you get the funnel for it, and then you have the ability to go and monetize from that. I'm going to give you it sounds technical, but it's called a webhook, so that if someone goes through your funnel, then you're not on the back end adding people. It automatically adds them to the extension and automatically tells them how to get it, how to install it, everything like that. And so you're getting all of that with the chatbot flows and everything as the challenge. And what my aim for this challenge is to show you the very basics of marketing in a fun way. Because you know how it is, Stacia. You know that you need a landing page. You need an email autoresponding sequence or some kind of email autoresponder, right? You need a domain name. And most people don't know how to connect all that together as a very baseline, just very basic way to even earn money online. So that's my aim for this challenge. It's gonna make it fun, and you're actually gonna see money coming into your bank account from monetizing from a Chrome extension that I'm gonna give you. So that's what my challenge is about. And yeah, if you want to join, it starts Monday.
I like it. Awesome. I love it. I think a lot of the realtors that I work with might be interested in something like that. I think that'd be so cool for a realtor. Now my head is spinning for all the different Chrome extensions I want to make.
Oh yeah, it's limitless. It really is.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for being here, Kim. Where can people find you online and join this challenge? Where can they go?
They can go to ChromeBossMasterclass.com/30 days. I'll give you the link. Maybe I think it's called 30 days, but I have a little bit.ly short link that I can send to your people. And they can go to kimcdang.com because that's my name. And then they'll see the bio about me, what else I have. I have all these other Chrome extensions and what am I doing and what am I up to. But yeah, or they can just message me on Facebook. Just add me as a friend on Facebook. You'll see I update kind of like pretty frequently.
I love your live streams. Awesome. All right. Thanks again for being here, guys. You know what to do. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Much love and aloha.
Bye.